I hope I didn't break it. Shoulders are feeling it from the wedding on Saturday. Not sure why. Regardless, we're going to try to get to more building work and less testing work on some overhead presses. I do not understand, but warm-ups are feeling really good. Okay, goal here, make this go well enough that I'm not afraid to go up. Second one, my belt slid down and scared me. And what's neat about that is, like, these holes were custom holes for being a 308. These holes are custom holes from when I was a really light 242. And like, we're getting closer to this side than we were on that side, which wasn't that long ago to be down that much, so stoked.
Good. Easy. Fuck yeah.
Woo! And it's like, I really want to put 275 on and see if we can get it for more reps, but I said building, not testing, so I'll hold myself to that and move on. And Cole's not here to worry about bullying on the other overhead machine, so we're going to run this one because it probably feels a little bit better. Like, I can actually feel myself flexing front delt there, not just moving the handles. And we are stacking an extra plate on the stack. Not at all sketchy, right? Stack bound up. That's okay. I hope I didn't break it. Okay, it's smooth again. Or not. Testing the stack out again is turning into the ascending pyramid from hell, so we'll just make this work set here. Oh yeah, it's back to normal. Good. Oh, you're good, dude. And because of that disappointment, I guess we're gonna do a set on this guy. Try to make it delt flexy. I want to say good enough, but I think I'll do another with 4 plates because we're not being a pansy today. Yeah, good, enough. And goal, be less embarrassing here. Feels like that might be progress, question mark. Okay, goal for this set is to try to get a little bit more range right from the get-go. And I really hope these are kind of starting to look semi-acceptable on video. And people always want to talk about how bad dips are for shoulders. And no matter how bad these do look on video, fact is they are getting better. And the better they get, the better my shoulder feels, the more confident I am in the bottom of every pressing range. So if shoulders suck, if dips suck, find a place you can start, slowly build up. Shoulders are going to thank you for it, as long as you don't try to build faster than you're capable of building. And Darrell and Leanne are doing some Z presses, so I'm gonna be stupid and just see if I actually can do a Z press, because I'm not sure if shoulder mobility is there to do it. Yep. Less bad than I thought, actually.
Good.
I might start pushing these secondary instead of machine. That felt nice, actually. I like that. See, not that stupid of a call. I think I'll take a page out of Cole's textbook and do 1 day cable, 1 day dumbbell. Also taking a page out of Mike Van Wyck's textbook, not really, but I saw him doing an Instagram reel where he's using this handle to do shoulder raises, trying to make fun of a guy that made an Instagram reel doing shoulder raises with this handle like this, and he realized it felt kind of good. So I'm trying it, and conclusion is, it feels kind of good. I'm okay with this. And I probably could go lighter, but this stack doesn't go lighter, so I guess we're working with it. I think key point for that reel too is they had a fat grip on this handle, so it's not all ouchy on your wrist skin. This is getting a little ouchy on the wrist skin. Let's go back and forth, no rest. Holy guacamole. And just gonna run the exact same thing, but no stupid handle holding, just doing regular handle holding for the cable side raises. I know it looks like Miana's doing more plates than me on hers, but hers is, you're cheating with pulley mechanics. Holy. Gotta assert dominance along the cable tower. And seated dumbbell cleans again. Favorite rear delt, trap, rotator cuff, combo movement ever. And I'm always like tempted to post these on Instagram because whenever they post them, they blow up to like a million views. But the problem is they blow up to a million views because everyone is mad about how swingy they are. But I don't know, maybe I should just post them again sometime soon because who cares if nerds that don't have big upper back get mad about growing big upper back. Set 2, pump is already immense, so finish the job. Yeah. And due to equipment availability restrictions, we're just going to bend over for rear delt flies. Or maybe I'm just practicing for Durrell later. Who knows? Can I leave that in the vlog? Is that too inappropriate?
No.
No? Like take it out or leave it in?
Leave it in.
Okay, leaving it in. And like with all this little stuff, I think that the most important thing is that I'm hitting it hard, not the exact movement. So if shit's busy or like if I don't want to wait around for a piece of equipment, I think it's better to just do work rather than sitting around doing nothing, waiting for it to be less busy. I don't know. It's so hard to take filming myself training bicep curls seriously. And I mean, like, I can take my bicep training seriously, but filming it, it just feels wrong. Holy guacamole. I got to get right side,
Okay.
even her out.
Did you just do 3?
And I'm just going back and forth. Because, like, my left side's rest time is my right side's go time, and my right side's rest time is left side's go time.
That makes sense.
Because I'm not athletic enough to curl with both arms at the same time. And, I don't know. Never tried curling on this setup before, so we'll get a little bit adventurous. Feels okay. We'll run it again. Gonna try narrower on the handle. I actually like that better. Bigger squeeze. And I think the thing about videoing biceps training is, like, say I'm filming squats, it's easy to see that I have the evidence to know that I talk about, to know what I'm talking about when. And I think that the thing about, like, feeling weird filming biceps training is that, like, if I'm filming squats, it's easy to see that I have the evidence to show that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to squatting, but filming arm training, I clearly don't have evidence to show that I have produced anything worthwhile arm-wise. But on the other side, it's like I'm currently putting more and better effort into arm training than I ever have, and it probably is good that I'm showing the process that hopefully turns into evidence. And I think the root of feeling that way is a problem I have with a lot of influencers in the powerlifting and just general strength training world is a lot of them are speaking from the standpoint of acting like they are an expert when they've never hit a total worth talking about. They've never built a total for someone else worth talking about. They've never accumulated any amount of real hypertrophy or strength or anything worth talking about. They still want to talk about it like they know what they're doing. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, like, with my arm training, I'm not trying to talk about it from the point of, like, I know how to train arms. I'm trying to talk about it from the point of, like, I'm trying to figure out how to train arms because it's one of the things that I clearly haven't figured out yet. But hopefully, as I learn and improve, you guys can learn and improve as well. Milking that ascension. Holy. And I figure I should take what I learned last week and apply it before the deadlift day. So that means sumo, bench, sit-ups, trying to get that adductor pull-in going a little bit stronger. And the funniest thing about these for me is that I was getting pretty okay at them, and then not doing them for a couple of weeks, it's like, holy shit, they feel so much worse. So we're gonna have to keep them in to make sure that conditioning Does not go away. And 10-pound plate because I'm not feeling super brave on these. Ooh. And yeah, another one where I'm surprised how good things went. And I was just having a conversation with a girl in the gym. Like, I want to say new, but she's like been powerlifting for 4 years, so definitely not new by any means. I'm just freaking old balls now. But she was asking, like, does it ever click? And like me saying I'm surprised by how good it felt today, like the fact that I'm surprised means that it definitely doesn't click all the time because I was not expecting it to feel as good as it is. Like, thinking back to when I was starting lifting, I remember watching Dan Green and Eric Lillibridge and Stan Efforting and thinking like, oh, it must be so nice to be that good and feel so good and feel so strong all the time. But now that I'm meeting or close to some of the totals they were putting up at the time, it's like, holy shit, the average training session feels so much freaking worse than it did when I was 17, 18 years old. And you could like hear that and think that that's a bad thing, but I honestly think that that's, I'm not going to say like, oh, it's a good thing that the average training session doesn't feel good, but the thing is now that I'm this far into it, I'm so much better at making days that don't feel good still work for me. And I think that so many lifters get to that intermediate phase, that near advanced phase, when things do start getting hard more often, because the better you get, the more it's going to take for everything to go right. The more things are going to need to line up for a session to feel good, and the harder it's going to be to line all those things up for that session to feel good. So the more often things are going to be shitty and just progress gets harder. And the sooner that you can accept that progress gets harder, the better you get, the better you're going to be able to make progress, because you're not going to just mentally shit yourself every time you feel off, and you're still going to be able to make the days that where things aren't optimal at least push you forward in the big picture. So guys, get your heads wrapped around that it ain't always going to feel good. And the sooner you can get your heads wrapped around that, the sooner you're going to be able to make the days that don't feel good better for you in the long term. And that's really the secret to long-term progress as a powerlifter. And I mean, it's what no one's going to tell you because it's not fancy, but just get good at being okay with being shitty and still doing good when you feel shitty, because that is what will get you as far as you're going to be able to go. So peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your night.